If I'm trying to find an explicit and recursive equation for this graph, the first thing I want to do is I want to find my common ratio. And I can take any two consecutive terms and set up an equation. 4r equals 16. I divide both sides by 4 and I get my ratio is 4. Now to do an explicit sequence in function notation, I take my first term, multiply it by my ratio to the power of n minus 1. I don't care about my 0 term. My first term is 4. My ratio is 4. And it's kind of weird. I've got a lot of 4's here in my problem. This might make your brain hurt, but you could take this first 4 and instead of having it in front, I could put it as part of the exponent and say it's plus another 4 up there. So if I simplified that, I could have f of n equals 4 to the power of n. Now I can use a notation. It's the same thing. There's just a subscript instead of a parentheses. And I would say at a sub n equals 4 to the power of n. If I want to do this in a recursive format, then I'm going to do this up here above the table where I have a little more room. I'd say f of n equals f of n minus 1 times 4. It's not that useful unless I know a specific term or two, where I'm starting, where to go to. But that is recursive. You could also write it with a notation, which would be a sub n equals a sub n minus 1 times 4.